And how about the Bucks, who are showing calm as they come down the tunnel? A team looking for a big night on its home court. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sport. You know, Clark, when you take a look at how these teams play, is it fair to expect a slower pace of the game?
I certainly think so, partner. I mean, both teams are extremely disciplined. They're not really interested in going up and down in a windshield wiper fashion. They value taking care of the ball and playing in the half court.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Now, here's Mitchell after Taurean Prince's miss. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
And his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite three-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all five guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, Kuzma, superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence, and he's got great range, too.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Shots good by Mitchell.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Giannis. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Knocks down the three ball.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
Prince against Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Now here's Garland. Mobley a screen on Prince. And Mobley throws it down.
Sets a great screen, and then Mobley gets perfect position there on the roll.
Lillard against Garland. Lopez a screen on Garland. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by Allen.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Garland, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Giannis kicks to Lopez. Over to the wing. Kuzma passes to Antetokounmpo. Prince setting a pick for Giannis. 7-foot shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And you know, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo moves in the pick and roll is tough for the defense. I mean, there's no way really to match his size and skill set.
Now, here's Garland. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Mitchell against Prince. Kicks it out to Garland. Clock at 6. This one for three. Tries again. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
And I like seeing Garland use that mid-range area. He is so effective, and it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Lillard. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Giannis drives in. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from three.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Porter subbed in for Prince. Cleveland also making some changes. Hunter's checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Mitchell.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
Garland with it. Picked up by Portis. Hunter dishes to Okoro. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. Another miss by Garland.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Garland against Lillard. Shoots over Garland. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 7 points in the game. Now Hunter. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Mobley finds Hunter. Shoots. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Cavaliers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. First free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here. Both good from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Green in at the small forward position.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Antetokounmpo against Hunter. Portis a screen on Hunter. Here's Giannis. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Here's Jerome. No scoring in this one. Ring shot on the way. Hunter no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Porter with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Outside Green. The Bucks working the ball around. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good. And a nice assist from Porter. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
You know that this is where Giannis wants the ball, but how do you stop him? I don't have the answer.
Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Cleveland also making some changes. Max Strus is checked in for Okoro. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Javonte Green. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome. And they take the lead. Kuzma's got 5 points so far.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Mobley's got it all tied up now for Cleveland. Lillard scanning the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Now, here's Strus after the miss from Evan Mobley.
And I like that Mobley keeps his options open. He knows by making that pass, it could lead to something better.
Prince outside. Here's Kuzma. Off target with his three. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Strus's shot is good.
A superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammates.
1:05 left now here in the second. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. In Cleveland with a change here too. Allen's checked in. .102 left to play here in the half. Garland against Lillard. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Mobley. That one's off. Still out of sync.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Mitchell finds Strus. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. And now a 7-point Cavalier lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Lillard throws it down.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
Pass to Mitchell. Lets it fly. A rebound by the Bucks.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And it's Lillard missing. Garland, that's for 2. Can't hit that one. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And get ready for the half-court shot.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm surprised it's this close, not going to lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
Mincing, no words, as usual. We'll see if Coach can get into their heads. And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got...
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So on the floor for Cleveland, at the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the 5. Lillard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Lillard is tough in there. muscling that one home.
The Cavaliers leading by 3, and we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Kuzma kicks to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got 13.
Another monster night for Dame. Par for the course with him.
Garland the pass to Mitchell. Mobley dishes to Mitchell. Shot, high post, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Garland. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball player. Now here's Giannis. He has 6. Back to Kuzma. From deep. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Well, I think that was clearly a force. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
From past the arc. That shot off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mitchell against Lillard. And it's sent back by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
Strus kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screens, and he knows when to give it up.
Allen against Lopez. For 3, Mitchell. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And you can see the strength right there. Mobley knows he can score through the contact.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their 2nd NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Strus after Taurean Prince's bucket. Here's Garland. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo, to the paint. Here's Prince. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Smith checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Trent subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Livingston's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Prince. They set the screen. Here's Livingston. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Okoro, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Okoro's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Livingston passes to Porter. For Mitchell, Milwaukee. No good that time either. Cleveland leading by 8. Pass to Hunter. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on now. You're right there. You're right there. All right, let's go.
And sensing the need to string together more baskets, Doc Rivers giving his team a little pep talk.
Yeah, he's going after the momentum. I mean, Doc sees an opportunity here for them to put their stamp on this game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Garland against Porter. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game. Wade, he's checked in for Thompson.
Cavaliers substitution. Number 32, Dean Wade.
Here's Strus. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Garland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hunter sets a screen for Garland. A three-pointer, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis rips it down.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Okiki's checked in for the Cavaliers. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Hunter. Trent can't hit.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Pass to Okiki. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Bucks trail by 4. Trent offside, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Then for the Cavaliers, Allen's checked in for Okiki. Evan Mobley comes in for Hunter. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. Now, here's Strus. Garland finds Mobley. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mitchell. Bullseye.
And this is the time in the game when you want to go to your stars. Mitchell delivering.
Here's Antetokounmpo. What a chance!
Are you kidding me? You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Now, here's Mitchell. Fires it up. It's hauled in by Giannis. To tie it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Yes, Garland picks one up.
He's a 3-level scorer, Damian Lillard. This time getting to work inside.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And it's tied up with that one.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Mitchell, no good that time. Prince with the defensive effort. Here's Antetokounmpo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, no opponent is willing to give Antetokounmpo an easy look. I mean, they want to make it hard on him, and he's going to get bodied up, and he's learned to accept that.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Out to Kuzma. Lopez from long range. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bounce pass from Garland. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Shoots the 3 and count.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Cleveland on defense. Lopez, a screen on Mobley. Here's Giannis. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Here's Mitchell. Good!
Big-time play there from Mitchell. Remember, he's been the go-to guy since his rookie year.
Loads it up for Giannis. And stolen by Mobley. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Line for the Cavaliers. Mitchell taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. 27 seconds left to play here in the 4th. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Kyle Kuzma showing you the killer instinct, which oftentimes is really special, showing you how valuable he is.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game. Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Mobley.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Here's Kuzma. Trifecta! And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty. For the Cavaliers.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. Now here's Lillard. Puts up a deep 3, and the miss. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was